Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I've got some more knife information for you guys, and it has to do with this month, the month of April, and the knife of the month. So, in honor of the company, or companies, I should say, that I work with, some of them very close, very close, consider it family, would be the good folks at ESEE Knives. One of the first classes that I ever decided that I was going to take was the ESEE Advanced Bushcraft class. I had already had quite a bit of experience in wilderness skills, bushcraft skills, but I had never done any kind of public training, so I went with those guys. And I'll kind of go further back in history than that. But when I started doing this outside stuff, this is the order that I went. So the first ESEE knife that I ever purchased was this guy, and this is an Azula. It's one of their smaller blades, and it comes with the cadet sheath, but I'm a leather guy, so I got the red and got some micarta scales to put on there, and my wife made me this fun lanyard that's been on there forever with a glow nut and an antler bead. But I've done so much stuff with this knife. Put a 90-degree spine on it. It's ridiculous. It's one of my favorite knives. Great for day hikes and stuff like that. You don't need nothing huge. But I've done the advanced bushcraft class with just the kangaroo. So as long as you use common sense and work with what you got, you can do a lot with a smaller blade. But this was my first one, and I was on a bunch of forums and stuff. I'm still on several, but I do more lurking now than anything. But I was always seeing these guys on these forums with these big badass ESEEs, and everybody wants a big badass ESEE. So the next knife that I bought my wife a PR4, which is this one, and then I bought me this 4HM. And this is the 4HM. HM stands for handle modified. It's got a 4-inch blade. Super awesome knife. Big thick boy. It's got a brown leather sheath, but I took and made a pouch that I could put on the front of it, just because I like my pouches. After I got the 4HM, being the neck knife guy that I am, and I actually got a leather sheath for it also, but I've since then started carrying it more in a neck style carry. There were some times where I would put it in a leather sheath and carry it because it's really small, and it wasn't very obvious that I was carrying it, but it's I'm doing a video, big boy. Okay, smell right here. What's this? What's this right here? You snifing? This butcher, he's a b-boy. Anyway, I got the kangaroo, which is named after Amazonian catfish that likes to swim up your pea-bob. I got I can't remember the color. I think it's a tan sand, and I got the orange G10 scales to put on it, and put me a Baron block divot in there. I've used it a bunch. I've changed the profile slightly on this guy. But this is a great little blade. You can get them. I thought about getting me a green one with some purple scales, or a green one with some orange scales, to put in one of my chest rigs, because it's a very capable knife. This is I'm not sure who makes this Kydex sheath. I got it off of ESEE. It was just low profile and very simple compared to the one that they send. And then I loaded it out with a kit like I normally do on all of my other knives. Then I went to the ESEE class, the first one that I attended. And normally when you finish a class, you're presented with an alumni ESEE 3. Just so happened this was the first year that they done a PR4 for an alumni knife. And secretly I was really wanting PR4, but my wife liked it more than I did, so she got it. But this is a alumni. It's hard to read now. It says alumni here. My number. I've reprofiled it. 90-degree spine. It's your Kephart style, designed by Mr. Patrick Rollins. And I've taken and I went down into the handle all the way around it and inlaid a glue-soaked jute. I just like the way that it feels. It's really tacky compared to the amount of contact I have down there. I like this. Great knife. These are rare birds. I got another one that I used for Knife of the Month sometime last year that was an alumni, and then we ended up giving it away after I had used it for the month. This dude was gifted to me by my buddy Josh. He's a big-time ESEE fan, longer so than I have known about him. This is one of my favorite knives too, the CR 2.5. My wife won one of these at Blade Show the first time we ever went, but hers has natural canvas micarta instead of orange G10. 90-degree spine. It's very sleek, but very capable knife. You don't need much more than this guy. Super awesome blade. I've used this one for Knife of the Month too. But this month, Knife of the Month is big boy here. Move some stuff out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and put my neck and neck back on, just because. This is the ESEE 6 HM. And this entire setup, except for the pouch, but I'm sure they have the pouch, and I've done this custom, and my buddy Father Nomad made me this awesome skull bead, which is super cool. Come from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. There's several different scale options, different sheath options, black, brown leather, Kydex with a metal belt clip, but I changed the metal belt clip just because it was super stiff. And if you EDC something in and out of cars and trucks and on forklifts, you need this thing to flop around a little bit, where it's hard to wear every day. So I modified this and just done you see it's starting to break in really well. I just done like a textured leather, brown leather dye on there. But what I done is I got the pouch that is made to go on the ESEE sheath, so it attaches with some hardware that comes. And what I done is I swapped some of the hardware. So I took these out of the top and I attached my belt loop with it, and I had 2 extra screws because the other one, the metal one, I think is attached with these short ones, but the short ones used to put my pouch on. They work for that, and the longer ones I used through the leather. That makes sense. To get this all attached the way that I wanted it. And how much leather, this leather should last forever, being that much of it. But the 6HM, again, HM stands for handle modified. And this is also HM. I'll put this bearing block in there on this one. But it's a very sleek style. I like a barrel style handle, so this is right up my alley. Very comfortable. Nothing, no finger grooves or nothing on there. It's very, depending on how you're holding it to do whatever, it's comfy all the way around. Now, there's a considerable difference even in blade height and width. The handle is pretty close, but it is a little larger just because it would look funky if it wasn't the same size. And this one didn't come with 90-degree spine, neither did this one. I'll put one on there with my grinder. Sander, I mean. But slowly, this is the same material for the handle. So this one may take a year before it ends up looking like this. But this will slowly turn into this when it gets a patina on it. This also will end up, which is, it's not too far off now, but it's got a long way to go to earn this look. And I don't strip anything. I don't. I kind of enjoy the weathered look. It's kind of like war paint, I guess. Takes on its own beauty. But this is the knife of the month, the 6HM. So I'll be doing lots of stuff with this guy. Isn't that cool? 3D printing, pretty sweet. But anyway, keep an eye out for these ESEEs throughout my feed, but especially watch out for this month's knife of the month, the 6HM. And I got a lot of stuff coming down the line, guys, so feel free to subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, don't. Ain't nobody making you. But make sure you check ESEE out. They're on various social medias. Wow, that's the truck. But they do a lot of things. Big search and rescue people, lots of training. Law enforcement, first responder, military, good folks out of Galliant, Alabama. Check them out, guys. Again, if you liked it, feel free to subscribe. Got lots of stuff coming down the line. Check me out on Instagram. It's at Bushcraft Kelso or at Bushcraft Sassy to see Sassy's escapades, mainly eating grass and being ornery. But anyway, thanks, guys.